Hello, goats. Welcome to another divisional preview. Today, we are getting into the NFC South. We are about to do that right now.
Is that your first time seeing it, AB?
Yeah.
That's pretty dope, huh?
Stanley approves.
Fire.
Yeah.
Stanley probably was like, "What's going on here? What is?"
Yeah, right. That's what I thought. Yeah. As soon as the screen changed, I was like, "What is happening here?" And I was like, "Oh."
You know, if I wasn't, I should have been thinking of that. I should have known that was going to be, brand spanking new for our NFC South Stanley, aka AB Goat. And once again, welcome into the rest of the goats. We are going to get into the NFC South preview. We're going to do the sleepers, breakouts, and busts. Well, fades. But unfortunately, the term started long before that I started playing fantasy football.
Yeah.
And I've been playing for a while, and I grew up knowing that it was a bust. Hopefully, these guys won't come to fruition that we select, but nevertheless, let's get this out. Let's get rolling. Let's do this. The NFC South, typically, like one of our. It's not really the strongest of strong divisions, but it's kind of been up in the air with the exception of the Bucs these last couple of years since Baker really. Well, okay, you know what? I take that back because they may have had one off season from the time that Brady left to Baker's arrival. Nevertheless, though, we could say that for a football conversation. Who wants to kick us off with some sleepers out of this division?
Sleepers.
Yeah.
I am going to go with. I'm going with Mooney.
Darnell Mooney.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm going with Mooney because
I consider him a sleeper.
Yeah, no, we're hosty. And the reason why I say is because we know what Drake London can do. We saw that's what Darnell Mooney can do. And I don't think we've seen his ceiling yet. I think with Michael Penix at quarterback, we will see his ceiling this year.
Yeah, I mean, a guy who quietly had 1,000 yards last year.
Yeah.
Not exactly.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, but he had 992. But we'll take it up. Give him 1,000.
Give him 1,000. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't be that guy. He had 1,000.
One quick slant.
Yeah, exactly. With the speed he possesses, I really do believe that's something on the team that no one, knows that they do have. Darnell Mooney is the speed of that team. So, if he can open the thing up for the whole offense, he could easily have another 1,000-yard season. And he's going to round 9 right now, so he has excellent value.
And we saw towards the end of the season, he had a good chemistry with Michael Penix too.
Mm-hmm.
So, and plus with London will clear the area for him.
Mm-hmm. Michael Penix will let that thing fly.
Yes, he will.
Mm-hmm.
There was a time in between the season ending and some I don't know, let's just call it March. Maybe it was earlier. I said that by next season, I'm paraphrasing, but I said something to the effects of Darnell Mooney was going to be drafted. We're going to be drafting Darnell Mooney where we were typically drafting, let's say, Devontae Smith. Now, so you know what? The tweet must have been just as the season was ending last year. Maybe right of 2025. But JX just hit it on the head. I mean, why? Well, a dude with 1,000 yards rushing is going in the 9th round. I mean, something doesn't sound right here. Something's off there. I don't know if it has to do with the fact that it's Michael Penix. We're drafting Drake London so freaking high. I mean, I don't know why Darnell Mooney wouldn't be going any higher, as if Penix can't support 2 wide receivers. And the only monkey wrench I can think of here, in terms of his ADP and why it's as low as it is Pitts, Bijan. Is Bijan the second or third?
Pitts would be my guess as to why people are dropping Mooney's value, because
Yeah.
I'm assuming that people are automatically penciling in Bijan. They're automatically penciling in Drake London, which is fair. But
Right.
then I feel like the third person, people have bypassed Mooney and they're just assuming that it's going to trickle down to Kyle Pitts. But that's kind of strange because Mooney functioned as Michael Penix's wide receiver too down the stretch, and he had much better production than Kyle Pitts. So, buy him at ADP.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, yeah, no, it is one of those head scratchers because, again, I mean, I was operating under some sort of pretense like, this dude's putting up the same type of stat line as some of these other wide receiver twos that we draft higher. And yeah, let's call it a sleeper. The only thing that could possibly hinder him is like if he doesn't have. I mean, only time will tell. He doesn't have that next level, that next gear. But I mean, it should be possible. I don't know how much more, but there should still be room left in the tank. Do we have another one? Any team out of this division that is going to be a sleeper for us?
Yeah, I mean,
What is
I don't know. Go ahead.
No, I'm trying to think of the rest of the teams. It's Panthers, Falcons, Bucs, and the Saints. Oh.
Now, the guy that I have is not necessarily like a league winner or anything, but I do think he's being slept on, because I do think he has his own some standalone value. And that's Rachaad White. He's not the RB1 anymore. That's clear as day. But I think what the infatuation with Bucky Irving is not a guy who's taking 30 carries a game either.
No.
Rachaad White has the ability to catch passes. I mean, and he can be a strong running back too for you some weeks where, he'll catch 4 or 5 passes and he'll run for 30 yards. Yeah. And he gets a lot of red zone opportunity too. So if he scores a touchdown, he could be a real high running back too for you some weeks. And I think just about every week he'll give you not, top 24 performances, but, top 30.
Great flex value.
Yeah, great flex value. So I don't think that people should be giving up on Rachaad White right now.
Yeah, I don't think he'll ever be under double digits in scoring either. You know what I mean?
It'll be rare. It'll be rare occasions. Yeah, I mean,
he'll be anywhere between the 10 to like 18 mark, probably, maybe closer to 10.
It's another one of those running backs that's coming up on an extension, right? We don't hear much about that being talked to. I mean, like,
no,
we hear about the Breece Hall, Kenny Walker, Kyron, but Rachaad White's got out of this class too. So, I happen to like him late. The dude's still capable pass catching running back. Just 2 years removed from like one of those really like breakout running backs that we would draft. I remember we were drafting him in the mid rounds, almost out of the RB dead zone. And if you drafted him, it took a little while, but he got going. Yeah, no, I mean, look, this is a legitimate case, and of course the contingent upside. Whenever Bucky goes down, knock on wood. All right, guys. Before we continue on with our NFC South fantasy preview, sleepers, breakouts, and buzz, we recently just hit our subscriber goal for pre-training camp. So we hit it before training camp is on now. All you've got to do to help us, support us in reaching our next goal, like the video, subscribe. Let's keep it moving. Who's next? What do we got next?
Did you have a sleeper, AB?
I do have somebody who I would consider a sleeper. And honestly, for the sake of this season, I don't really think he's a sleeper, but for the sake of this season, Tyler Allgeier. Like, I think that, Tyler Allgeier is slowly being forgotten about.
Yeah.
And honestly, Tyler Allgeier put up 1,000 yards before Bijan ever came to the Falcons, and he was the reason why Bijan didn't get that, full workload as soon as he got drafted to the Falcons. When everybody was drafting Bijan at the 104, 105, I was like, whoa, I'm like, slow down. Like, there's no way he was going to finish as a top five. I was like, there was no way he was going to finish as a top 5 back if there was already a capable back in the backfield. So, like, I knew Bijan is talented. He has all the talent in the world. Like, I think he might finish as the RB1 this year, but there is still a guy behind him that is very capable in an offense that is very good, behind an O-line that is very good. I think that he fits in the Rachaad White mold, where it's like he's not going to be a league winner week to week as long as Bijan is the starter, but he can get you 25, 30 rushing yards. In a blowout game, he can get you a garbage time touchdown. He can get you, a couple of rushes where he's spelling Bijan because Bijan already had 27 carries in the game. So, like, I think that, like, he's somebody that's practically free. So,
he has receiving upside too still.
He does, yeah. So with a guy like that, I'm always down to draft players who are in good offenses who will get at least a little bit of opportunity. Yeah. So I like him a lot.
There are two types of drafters of Tyler Allgeier. There are those that have Bijan Robinson that are taking Tyler Allgeier as the handcuff, and then there are those that want to disrupt that person who has Bijan Robinson.
Fair.
To have him just in case Bijan Robinson does go down, they get the Falcons RB1. But to much of your credit, Tyler Allgeier had a solid season before Bijan got there. And then as freaking Arthur Smith, and they were still screwing around in 2023 with like platooning the two of them. Tyler Allgeier, that's right, did have some standalone value. Last season, we saw that kind of go away, and I myself, the shepherd, expect that to just be the same role that he had last season. But again, if you're in the Bijan business, I would consider it. Just that's me knocking on wood.
Tyler Allgeier is one of the best blowout running backs in the league. If you're playing a team at that point in time, like in real life, if they're playing a team that they're going to blow out, you will consider starting Tyler Allgeier.
Absolutely.
In the flex spot. Because if the Falcons blow out the Saints, I'm going to just say, Tyler Allgeier is going to get 18 carries and 100 yards. Straight up.
In week 18, right?
No, like week 7. I will watch the spreads very closely.
Bro,
if they got a spread over 10, start Tyler Allgeier.
Start Tyler Allgeier, yeah. Whenever they play the Saints this year, start Tyler Allgeier.
Yeah, flex him. He's getting 17 carries. 100. I'm telling you.
Falcons laying double digits. Role players are getting in on the action.
Tyler Allgeier is going to eat. I'm telling you.
That's a great DFS props tip.
True. True.
We are going to carry that over in season. Do we have any break? Well, give me a breakout right now. Who's breaking out in this division?
Bryce Young. I know y'all thinking the same thing. Bryce Young is breakout.
I'll toast to that.
Yeah.
I think the way he looked towards the end of the season last year, and what surprised me the most about that last season was his rushing upside. I remember he had rushing upside in college, but I didn't see too much of it in the first 2 years. Because
he's not a runner.
No, he's not. But he's capable. He's just like Michael Penix is not a runner, but he's very well damn capable of running too.
Yeah, they're mobile, but they're not runners.
I think he caught on. I think he understands what he's doing. I think they understand how to use him better now. I think that's my breakout.
And they got him some more help. They got him, a couple more weapons.
Yeah, he kind of works in the same way as Michael Penix, right? You got all those weapons. You got all those weapons there. Someone has to get them the ball.
Yeah.
There's only one guy that can give them the ball.
He was a top 10 fantasy quarterback 2 or 3 weeks out of the final 5 or 6.
Yeah, he had a game. He had a game down the stretch where he had 3 passing TDs and 3 rushing TDs.
Where that rushing upside, did carry him over into fantasy glory that we want from our quarterbacks. And another note also, look, he when he got benched in the beginning of the season, and it took some time, and he seems like it clicked. It's starting to click, and we expect that to carry over, especially for the reasons that Rhino brought up. Also, I mean, he's just he's an Alabama product. Okay, he comes from good pedigree. He's got a quarterback whisperer with him. It would not shock me. I don't think it would shock anybody here if Bryce Young winds up coming in somewhere close to QB 12, if not higher.
Yeah, exactly. I agree.
I'll give us, and he's got weapons now.
Yes.
He's got 3 solid wide receivers. He's got a really good running back. He's got, their defense isn't that great. So it's gonna force the Panthers to have to throw. We still think often.
Sanders is a good tight end too,
and I think he should be considered a sleeper as well. Then
who's a good tight end?
Sanders.
Jatavian Sanders.
He would be he's the number 1 on their depth chart.
Yeah,
this season.
I believe so.
Yes.
Yeah, I believe so.
See, the only thing that's kind of hindering that, or maybe would give cause for pause is I don't really know if they're going to be working with that tight end. No. He probably has some upside if he were to be utilized. But I mean, I think it's going to go through the wide receivers. Anyway, another breakout in this division. We're going to go to Emeka Egbuka on the Bucs for mostly the obvious reasons.
Yeah.
Okay, we know that Chris Godwin news broke yesterday that he is now on the PUP list. But even before that, when the Bucs drafted Emeka Egbuka, they're like, yo, we're taking this dude in the first round. Despite the fact that we have 3 good wide receivers, one of them being a Hall of Famer, one being a borderline Hall of Famer. Now, again, the simple fact that now Chris Godwin's hurt, just Emeka Egbuka's got the leg up. He's got getting the reps right now. So it's not like he has to rotate it, and even though they probably will rotate, I don't believe that Chris Godwin's going to be out very long. But we don't know how effective. I think that they will work him back slowly. I think Emeka Egbuka has everything right in front of him, and the talent. Let's not forget the talent.
Let's also not forget that Emeka Egbuka is essentially, speaking of having the leg up, he's one more Mike Evans hamstring injury or derailment away from being their wide receiver 1.
Yep.
Yeah, we're talking about Chris Godwin, who lost the ankle last season, had to have the ankle reattached, then had to have a cleanup on it last month or May, whatever the case may be. Look, the Bucs signed this dude. They like Chris Godwin, if not damn near, they love them. They love him. Okay? Chris Godwin got the opportunity to stay in Tampa and rehab in Tampa and play out his career in Tampa. But the future is now. So, yes, aside from this Godwin, Mike Evans is no spring chicken.
Yep.
So if he were to go down, that opens up even more doors, not just for Emeka Egbuka, my selection.
For McMillan, too.
Then there's the dude, Jalen McMillan, who flashed for us last season. We were high on Jalen McMillan before the draft. Yep. Nobody thought the Bucs were going to do this.
Nope.
We all knew the Packers were, but not the Bucs.
Not the Bucs, yeah.
Is there another breakout, or should we go to the fades?
Do I have another breakout?
I mean, does anyone want to say it? I mean,
say it.
Kyle
Pitts, you're ready to be hurt again? You are ready to be hurt again. Honestly, he's worth a dart throw this year. And this year might be the year that he's actually worth a dart throw.
And it just happened. You just happened. Just please just happen. This is the opportunity for you. You're a deep threat too. You have a quarterback that can throw it deep. Get open, catch the ball. You're gonna break out. This should happen now.
Mhm. I'm taking Kyle Pitts every week to get like a 15-yard reception. Like I feel like that's the kind of thing that he does with Michael Penix. He'll have like 3 catches for 40 yards, or he'll have like 4 catches for like 46 or 47 yards or something like that. So I'm taking him for a couple big plays.
Putting the coach speak aside, because we know that we know that they are quoted as saying like they expect big things from Kyle Pitts in like year 2 of this system. I mean, like, come
Hmm.
on, man, this isn't year 2 of a system for a tight end. I mean, like, you're a professional football player now for 5 years playing this. You're playing this position for longer. I mean, like, I think it runs a little bit deeper than that, but I don't know. We don't know. Like, I just don't think that this dude is like fully getting the idea that I better show up and put out, or I'm
Hmm.
finished. I'm finished. I will be finished eventually. There's much more hungrier people that are much more vested that are coming for your job. But so again, like I don't like.
What if he just doesn't want to be in Atlanta? Is that something that anybody's thought about?
Of course, whether that's the case or whether he's just like lolly dollying around, like
Yeah, like
okay,
lackadaisical.
yeah, like I don't. I again,
Hmm.
there's something that's just doesn't seem right because the talent is there. Yeah, the talent is
Hmm.
there, but like when you want to when you want to like do something with it. I mean, yeah,
Something stinks over there.
right now, Kyle Pitts is going in fantasy draft, so it's not like this is like completely out of like the woods. People are still taking the flyer, or they are still leaving the light on for Kyle Pitts, just as it's their second tight end. Look at what's happened to this dude.
Hmm.
Who we fading? Who we fading here?
Chris Olave.
Oh, I was about to say the Saints.
Okay.
All of
Okay.
them.
That's who I'm fading. The Saints, all of them,
Oh,
every last one of them.
I don't want to be that brutal because I know there's a gentleman in here that likes Kamara,
Oh
but
yeah, I
I'm
mean,
fading.
look, listen,
He's probably the only one, but I'm fading the entire. I
but
like.
with,
I have this theory that they're tanking.
I would
with,
fade.
with, that, with that being said, Kamara's not finishing the season on the Saints. I
No,
like
he's not.
Yep,
Alvin
yep,
Kamara. I don't like the Saints
bingo.
like Alvin Kamara.
I,
Yeah, I mean he's
I
not going to be there all season. He'll be moved and he'll transfer his fantasy success from New Orleans to
I'd
wherever he
love
goes.
I'd love for him to go to a place like Dallas.
Yeah,
Alvin Kamara in Dallas would be nice.
actually would be actually kind of nice. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Hmm.
not sure any NFL team. So that would be 31 of them is taking on Alvin Kamara's contract in a trade. So
Mm,
unless
fair.
Alvin Kamara wants to just like remove X amount of millions of dollars.
Or, or what if he gets traded to a team with a rookie quarterback? Then you can eat that contract because then it won't really matter as much. It'll still
I,
be an ugly contract,
I
but
guarantee
it
you.
won't matter as much.
But okay, and I get that theory, but at the same time, a team with a rookie quarterback on a rookie contract that might be starting, right?
Hmm.
That team is already in like sort of like a rebuild mode anyway. So
Yeah, but like, so
why take on the veteran?
all right. So here's a hypothetical, and I know this is a crazy hypothetical, but like, let's say Tennessee, Tajay Spears, his knees don't hold up, and then Tony Pollard ends up getting hurt, right? Now, let's say, for the sake of argument, it's around week like 7 or 8 ish, and the Titans are 4-4 or 4-3. Like they start off hot, and now they're out 2 of their starting running backs. Why not trade for Alvin Kamara? You have a giant hole at running back. You have a rookie quarterback who this is literally day one for him. And then, you have a fighting chance at winning the division.
I don't want to say it's out of the question.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that either. I sooner think that he would. I think it's more likely that he would just stay a Saint. But
Mm.
it's not out of the question. Do we have one more fade? Who are we fading, or who is a potential bust in this division?
I was actually going to go with Mike Evans. I think that we were just a little bit too early because last year he was going around 6 because we thought the regression was coming, but I think it's coming now.
Yeah,
He's being taken around 3 for what he did last year, but with all the people that are going to be catching the ball and the new youth movement, I don't see him basically paying off for that third round pick.
Mike Evans is going in the 3rd round this year?
Going high now, yeah.
Oh my God.
You've been drafting.
Yeah, I mean, I know, but I mean, I guess I haven't been paying attention to where Mike Evans has been going, but like 3rd round kind of sounds pretty crazy.
and let's just say, by the graces of the fantasy football gods, that Mike Evans does wind up playing a full 17 games. I still think that rotational wide receiver gets implemented with the Bucs. It's going to be too difficult to just like, why keep this young stud on the sideline? Why keep Jalen McMillan on the sideline? Chris Godwin may have to be on the sideline. So even if Mike Evans is good, I still think they're going to take him off, JX. He's not going to be playing full amount of snaps like he was last year, and that is going to hinder his fantasy production. Absolutely.
Sure.
Not to mention the backs too are going to get more work in the passing game, and another guy, Cade Otton, is going to be a little bit more involved too now because Godwin is out.
Exactly. A lot of footballs that needs to go around in Tampa Bay.
All right. Mike Evans is a fade.
I love this division, especially for fantasy. I call it the Wild Wild West division because nobody in this division knows how to play defense.
It's the Wild Wild West, but in the South, folks.
In the South, exactly. Wild Wild South. They got guns blazing everywhere.
The Southern Hurricanes. All right. Well, that'll do it for us this evening. Really appreciate you sticking in and listening to the NFC South Fantasy Preview. Don't forget, again, please like and subscribe. Don't miss any of our content. We'll be live basically 4 days a week. And we'll see you soon.
Yeah. Have a great one.
Go Cubs.
Go Cubs. Be a difference.
Make a difference.
Make a difference.